Its armies conquered vast territories, and its laws influenced countries for centuries after its fall. This was the Roman Empire, one of the most powerful civilizations in human history. The story of Rome began long before it became an empire. According to tradition, Rome was founded in 753 BC by Romulus. Over time, the small settlement on the banks of the Tiber River grew into a powerful city. Rome first developed as a kingdom, then became a republic, where political power was shared among elected officials and institutions. During the Roman Republic, Rome expanded rapidly. Its armies defeated neighboring peoples and eventually dominated much of the Italian peninsula. But Rome's ambitions did not stop there. The Punic Wars against Carthage became a major turning point. Rome fought 3 major wars against its powerful rival. The most famous enemy was Hannibal, the Carthaginian general who famously crossed the Alps with an army that included war elephants. Despite Hannibal's remarkable victories, Rome eventually defeated Carthage and became the dominant power in the western Mediterranean. As Rome continued expanding, wealth and power became concentrated in the hands of a small number of elites. Political disagreements became increasingly violent, and the republic began to weaken. One of the most famous figures of this period was Julius Caesar. A brilliant military commander and politician, Caesar conquered Gaul and became extremely influential in Roman politics. His growing power frightened many members of the Senate. In 44 BC, Caesar was assassinated by a group of senators who believed they were protecting the Roman Republic. But instead of restoring stability, his death triggered another period of civil war. Eventually, Caesar's adopted heir Octavian defeated his rivals. In 27 BC, Octavian became known as Augustus and established a new political order. This marked the beginning of the Roman Empire. Under Augustus, Rome entered a long period of relative stability known as the Pax Romana, or Roman peace. The empire expanded, cities grew, trade flourished, and impressive buildings were constructed. Roman engineers built enormous roads, bridges, aqueducts, and public buildings. Aqueducts transported fresh water into cities, while Roman roads connected distant provinces. These achievements helped Rome govern a vast territory. At its height, the Roman Empire controlled territories across Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East. Millions of people lived under Roman rule. Rome was also famous for its military. Roman soldiers were highly organized and trained. The army used disciplined formations, engineering skills, and carefully developed strategies. Roman forts and roads helped soldiers move quickly across the empire. But the empire was not always peaceful. Rome faced rebellions, foreign invasions, political conflicts, and economic problems. One of the most famous Roman structures was the Colosseum. Completed during the 1st century AD, it became a huge arena where public spectacles were held. It symbolized the wealth and power of imperial Rome. Roman society was highly complex. Citizens, soldiers, merchants, farmers, enslaved people, politicians, and emperors all played different roles. Roman culture was influenced by many civilizations, especially the Greeks. Religion was also an important part of Roman life. Romans worshipped many gods, including Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and Minerva. During the 1st century AD, Christianity began in the Roman province of Judea. At first, Christians were a small and sometimes persecuted religious community. Over the following centuries, Christianity spread throughout the empire. By the 3rd century, the Roman Empire faced serious challenges. Several emperors ruled for short periods, civil wars became common, and economic difficulties increased. The empire also faced growing pressure along its borders. Various Germanic peoples and other groups challenged Roman control. Emperor Diocletian attempted to stabilize the empire by introducing major political reforms. He divided the administration of the empire and created a system in which multiple rulers could govern different regions. Later, Constantine the Great became one of the most important emperors in Roman history. He supported Christianity and established Constantinople as a major imperial capital. In 380 AD, Christianity became the official religion of the Roman Empire under Emperor Theodosius I. But the empire continued to face enormous pressures. In 395 AD, the Roman Empire was permanently divided into Eastern and Western administrations. The Eastern Roman Empire survived for centuries and became known as the Byzantine Empire. The Western Roman Empire, however, became increasingly vulnerable. In the 5th century, Germanic groups entered and settled within Roman territories. Political instability, military challenges, economic problems, and internal divisions weakened the Western government. In 410 AD, the city of Rome was famously captured and looted by the Visigoths. Then, in 455 AD, the Vandals also attacked Rome. Finally, in 476 AD, the Germanic leader Odoacer removed the young Western Roman Emperor Romulus Augustulus from power. This event is traditionally considered the fall of the Western Roman Empire. But the story of Rome did not truly end in 476. The Eastern Roman Empire continued for almost another 1,000 years. Its capital, Constantinople, remained a major center of politics, trade, religion, and culture until 1453. The legacy of Rome can still be seen today. Roman law influenced modern legal systems. Latin influenced many European languages. Roman architecture inspired buildings around the world. Roads, engineering, government, literature, and military organization all carried Roman influence far beyond the empire's lifetime. The Roman Empire rose from a small city and eventually became one of the largest political powers of the ancient world. Its rise was built on military strength, political organization, engineering, trade, and the ability to absorb different cultures. Its fall was not caused by one single event. Instead, it was the result of centuries of political instability, economic difficulties, military pressures, territorial challenges, and internal division. And perhaps that is the most important lesson of Rome. An empire can become incredibly powerful, but power alone does not guarantee survival. Rome disappeared as an empire in the West, but its influence never truly disappeared. More than 1,500 years after the fall of the Western Roman Empire, people still study its emperors, soldiers, roads, laws, buildings, victories, and mistakes.